Hey everyone. Now I've got a bit of preparation to do for the BYD Seal, which is ready for collection, even though I only ordered it about 5 days ago, which is good. But what I've got to do is get power for it in the garage. Now at the moment, obviously I've got the Tesla here and its power charger thing over there on the left. The BYD has its charge port on the right. And either way, I'm going to have 2 cars here for a while until the Tesla sells anyway. So what I'm going to do is put another charger over this side, which I've got sitting right here. So here it is, brand new. I've had sitting here with a long cable, and that's what I'm going to install up here. So I've mounted the bracket. There was a stud down here and a noggin across here. So 3 of these went straight into it. And I've just put the hole for the cable there. And I put this little, what do you call it, rack thing here to carry the cable. So this will sit, obviously be attached there. And the cable will wrap around there and just sit on there and hook into the side. The cable I'll be using is this 6mm 3-phase cable. It's only going to be a single phase circuit though, but like the other charger when that was installed, he put the 3-phase in just in case I want to go to 3-phase in the future, we don't have to rerun the cable. But this is fine for using for single phase as well. Now before you YouTube commenters start YouTube commenting, I'm not an electrician. But I'm not going to be doing any actual electrical work. All I'm going to be doing is some of the prep work, which is running this cable from roughly where the switchboard is to roughly where the charger is going to be. I've got a mate who's an electrician. He'll be doing the actual electrical work. Is that all right with you lot? All right, 8 o'clock at night. It's still hot as hell up there, so there's no way anyone in their right mind would do this in the daytime if they could possibly avoid it. Fucking shout out to all you mad electricians who do this shit. Okay, I've just taken the cover off this because I've got to get to the RS485 connector to connect this unit to the new one, because I've got a Raspberry Pi in here acting as the master, and it tells this slave unit and the other one how much current they can draw. And I did a video on that years ago because I just follow the solar supply. That way I only use what I'm actually supplying off solar, unless I want to change that. So that's another cable I've got to run between the 2 chargers. So for those who haven't seen, it's just a Raspberry Pi down here with a USB to 485 adapter somewhere in there, going to, where is it? That connector there. So from that out one, that's going to go into the in one on the other one. Okay, now I'm going to run the cable for that RS485, and it's up by 6 in the morning, which is a lot cooler than the other time I did it. So this is a better time to run cables. You can see where the power comes in, and there's this other hole here for the 485 cable, which I've got to drill a hole for over here. Which of course makes me realise that I put the hole in the wrong spot there for the power over here, but I'll just put another one here. Okay, so over in this mess, I've got the cable run here ready for the RS485, and you can see I've just got the Raspberry Pi hanging out here. So for those who don't know, what I've got is I tapped about 14 volts, I think it was, off this display bit here. It goes down to a 5-volt converter, feeds the Raspberry Pi, has the RS485 USB converter there, and that goes into the unit here. So that's the master, and this is the slave. That's how I've had it for years. But now I'm going to have a slave hanging off that one over to the new charger. Right, so I've just mounted this here briefly so I can trace out where the actual hole's supposed to be. Doing it left-handed while I'm holding the camera with the right hand. Right, so I'll just drill this hole out, and there we go. 2 holes. All right, you can see it a bit clearer here. There's the connector that goes to the front panel that I've just tapped into there for the Raspberry Pi. And the other out for the 485 is there, and that goes through to where the new charger is going to be. Okay, the original one's back together with the Raspberry Pi inside. And over here I've got the power cable and the RS485 cable here. And this power cable will have to go back up there and pop out when the isolator comes in. So it'll come out there and then go back down into the charger. And at the moment, the charger is powered up, but it's only powered up just from a little plug here, just so I could test the comms of the RS485, which seems to be working. As I said, I'm not an electrician, but this bloke with the nose is. I even looked him up.
Gonzo.
Hey?
Gonzo.
I think Gonzo. You know what you're doing?
No idea.
Now he's an electrician, which means I've got to keep an eye on him because you know what they're like.
You can't get an RC, or it's really hard to get an RCBO for a B-type RCD at the moment.
Why?
Because they're not making them? Or
why do you want one? Why do you need one? What's the go?
Because the roaring rules state you need one.
Have we got one?
Yes, we got one coming.
Well, that's good.
It is.
So it's by the book legit?
Yeah.
Shit, eh?
Nothing dodgy.
Nothing dodgy here.
Yes.
Got this mounted. Old mate's still here.
Doing his thing.
Doing his thing. So what do you got here?
Circuit breaker for overload.
Right.
Overload protection on the cable.
And why did I need this thing?
because you've got a Type 2 charger which doesn't have the ground fault protection in it as per the Generation 3s. So you've got to have a Type B RCD which does AC and smooth current DC to 6 milliamps, I think.
So that's required now, is it?
That's required.
It wasn't before.
It wasn't before.
But it is now.
It is now.
Awesome.
As per the rules.
Fucking zap yourself.
I'm not going to zap myself. Yeah, so then it comes out and then it feeds back into here.
So they've just cut the bus and made from the mains go straight in the power wall and back out.
I hate it when people do this to switchboards.
What?
Just put all different brands of shit in there.
One day.
Domestic I like Hagar. What? Are those two? Jesus. What happened? I just fell out. I hadn't even undone those two. So they're already loose. So they weren't even in there.
Jesus. Lucky you're here to fix it all up, mate.
Lucky.
So what are you taking apart there now?
I'm just taking the bus bar apart.
Oh, that's why you said it fell apart before when you
Yeah.
didn't undo them all. Yeah, right.
Just stick it on. So mains goes up there, up the white wire, up out, up through to your power wall.
Power wall.
Back in.
Back into where?
To your main switch from your power wall.
Right.
And which then feeds your bus and feeds everything else off it.
The whole bus?
The whole bus.
Ah, okay. So why did that have to be up there and not next to the old change
Because
wall?
when you cut your bus out, I've got to cut a heap of bus off the bus bar. I have to cut a heap of them out because all those won't be connected to the bus bar.
Ah, okay. So,
That makes
it's
sense.
easier to go up the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I gotcha.
It's pretty simple, really.
It would have to be if you can do it.
Exactly. I'm just a dumbass Sparky.
Yeah, I saw that last time. Yeah, you shouldn't lose power. Fucking house goes off.
Well, yeah.
Brain surgeon. So I assume that orange conduit's from the street.
Yeah.
In the corner there.
Goes through your meters and your fusible link. That's the other thing I hate. So you can get a whole bus bar. You get a whole bus bar, you get rid of all that. It just neat. But we can definitely tie this board up. If you ever want to go down that path.
I do. I'll do that.
And they're only like 30 bucks each or 20 bucks each or something. Really.
Not like the 450 that I just paid for that thing.
It's because it's a Type B. That's why everybody's happy about the Generation 3s that have the ground fault included in it. So it's a cost they don't have to have incurred.
But they don't get to run their custom bloody controller for it over RS485.
Not like me. I've got to wait for somebody to back engineer Tesla on my Generation 3.
Fucking Tesla, mate.
So that's coming out of the...
Yeah.
So that's this breaker. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. The first one's the oven, not on the RCD.
So this here
Yeah.
is this bus bar, sorry. So this bus bar...
That's what I'm saying. There must be that
Yeah.
wire must go down to the bus bar somehow.
Yeah.
Where's it come in?
Because this is all comes from the RCD. So an RCD, it's got to see incoming and outgoing. They've got to match. And if they're out by 30 milliamps, that's when you trip.
Alright.
It's coming out of this bus bar. So it's just basically it's just another tab or hanging off that.
Why is the bus bar too short?
No, well that match doesn't match these bus bar. It's a different style of breaker.
Oh fuck.
So they don't actually line up. It'll actually line up like that.
Right.
So you can't do it.
Well, one day we're going to fix all that up.
Yeah.
And when I say we, I mean you.
Yeah. The only reason I put tape on it because if something ever slips or whatever, at least you got half a chance of not actually touching the bus bar.
So it's a different style of bus bar because they're different style of breakers.
Yeah. It's because whoever put it in didn't use the Clipsal bus bar and did it on the cheap. Another good practice too is if you're going to do the bus, you put the cable in the middle, like you put your main switch in the middle. That way when you come to the bus, it splits the load across it.
Mm-hmm.
In the scheme of things, probably fuck all, but it's just little things that I like to do. Damn it.
You didn't have to run the thing through the bloody roof though.
No,
That was hot, man.
Imagine doing it today and yesterday.
I would have had to.
Future use. If you ever upgrade to 3-phase or something of that description.
Did you put your little Wagos on them or just tape them off?
I've just taped them off.
Oh yeah.
I did bring the Wagos to put them on there, actually. Thanks for reminding me.
Well, tell me something. If I got one of those iota watt things that measure current,
Yeah.
where are they actually powered from? The device itself?
It comes off a power supply. So I've got a...
But what, have you got a power point in here somewhere?
Yeah. Well, I've actually run mine through the back of the switchboard in the garage. That's that box in the garage in my
Okay.
house.
How would I do it here if it was to be done here? Or all
We
those
can, we
things-
can put a switchboard, we can put a power point in here
Oh, okay.
and power it off that.
I just wondered for things like that, how they actually power them when it's here.
Well, so it needs a voltage reference anyway,
Yeah.
the iota watt. So
Might do that one day.
you've got to have a power supply to give it that. So you need power for it, and then you need a voltage reference. This is like a Jayco power supply.
So those two wires in your hand go to the new charger.
Yep. Through the new RC, Type B RC.
We haven't connected it yet.
Nope.
So what YouTube comments do you anticipate?
Why are you doing it like that? Why are you doing it like, you shouldn't have done it like this.
That never,
Everybody's got their own
that
opinion.
never happens on YouTube.
Done that?
Nah.
Oh,
I found it to be totally normal.
not like that at all, hey?
Nah. I just didn't know if they had to be called main switch.
It
Because it's a
does.
solar.
It does, because it's the main. So if somebody comes along,
They see something that says main.
yeah, they turn
So
it
anything
off.
that's got energy.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. I thought it must be something like that.
that's on. Let's see how we're not going to do. We got power there, otherwise if we didn't have power the RCD wouldn't trip.
Oh, is that right?
Yep. Well, no power, see? Doesn't trip.
Oh, okay.
You turn that on, trips. So that's
Okay.
on. The 3 solars are on.
Some lights, some electricity bits.
Second charger.
Aircon, fucking back on. Yep. That's aircon.
You want that on, yeah?
Yeah. And just hit that power wall switch on the side of it.
And we're on.
Is it on?
Yep. That's it.
Why am I nervous about this?
Nothing to be nervous about.
Oh yeah?
Only hurts once.
Is that what you tell? That's what I say as well. Okay, now it's powered up as you can see, but I've got to do some test for proper operation. Okay, so I've got to set the rotary thing to 0, turn it on, watch out for reds, get some greens, then there'll be some flashing reds, then some greens, a whole bunch of red and green apparently, and I'll apparently hear the contactor click. Alright, so it's turned off, I've taken the cover off, and here is the little switch which is currently on F. I'm just going to put that one over to 0. That's at 0 now. Okay, now turn it on and see what happens. Fucking red, green, flashing, fuck, clicks. That's normally how it looks when it's charging a car. Red, red, red. Watch for green streaming LEDs for 5 seconds. That was quick 5 seconds. LEDs will revert to top green on and red LED flashing 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Looks about right. Okay, now I'll set that back to F to put it back into slave mode. This is the old charger, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's a 02 in the part number there, which I've been told by some random on the internet won't work for anything other than a Tesla. And this new one over here has a 01 for its part number. So apparently that's okay to charge non-Teslas. We'll see. Okay, I've just plugged this one into the car to give it a test, and I've set it up for 17 amps, and it's come up accurately as 17 amps on the screen here. Here's the old software that I've been using for years, and instead of 1 charger here, it's now got 2. And as I set different current here, it takes effect in the car. Now, I don't think this is too pretty, and like it's drawing 17 amps at the moment, but this claims it's finished, so it's not looking perfect on its output, even though it is actually working. But there are other versions out there. People have forked from this one and made it, you know, more of a complete system. So I'll look into that. But for now, at least it's working. Okay, so that's in and done, and I'm charging the car. Now, hopefully that'll work for the BYD. If it doesn't, I'll just get another charger that does, and obviously most of the infrastructure is now installed, ready to go. Hopefully that'll work. Anyway, get the BYD in a couple of days and see how it goes. Till then, take it easy.